everyone. Today, I will explain the concept of ESG, Sri Sukuk and Green Sukuk in Islamic finance. First, ESG stands for Environmental, Social and Government. Environmental focus on protecting the environment and reducing pollution. Social focus on community, welfare and social responsibility. Governments refer to ethical and transparent management. Second is Sri Sukuk, means sustainable and responsible investment sukuk. It is Sharia-compliant investment instrument that finance projects with positive social and environmental impact while still generating return for investors. And last is Green Sukuk. It's a type of sukuk specifically used to finance environmental friendly projects such as renewable energy, green building and sustainable transportation. Malaysia is considered a global pioneer in this area because it introduced the word first Sri Sukuk framework in 2014 and the word first Green Sukuk in 2017. Next is relationship between Islamic finance principle and sustainability. Islamic finance and sustainability are closely related because both emphasize ethics, fairness and responsibility. Islamic finance prohibits riba, unethical activities and harmful business practice. At the same time, ESG promotes responsible investment and sustainable development. In Islam, humans are considered khalifah, which means caretaker of the earth. Therefore, protecting the environment and promoting social welfare are important values in Islamic finance. That is why ESG, Sri Sukuk and Green Sukuk are becoming important instruments for sustainable Islamic finance. Thank you.
Thank you, Najmi. Assalamualaikum and good day to Madam Emily. I'm Elysa Sofea. I will continue the presentation. This slide shows the differences between conventional bonds and sukuk. First, a conventional bond is a type of loan. Investors lend money to a company or government and receive interest in return. However, sukuk is based on ownership of an asset, not a loan. Second, bond investors are lenders, while sukuk investors are considered owners of a share in the assets. Another difference is the return. Bond investors earn interest, while sukuk investors receive profits or income generated from the underlying asset. In terms of Sharia compliance, conventional bonds do not need to follow Sharia principles. However, sukuk must follow Sharia rules and can only be used for Sharia-approved activities. Finally, conventional bonds focus mainly on raising capital, while sukuk can also support sustainable projects that create a positive social and environmental impacts. In conclusion, sukuk is based on asset ownership, follows Sharia principles, and supports ethical and sustainable investment. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next, as we can see, this slide highlight the 5 key characteristics of ESG or SRI sukuk. First, complying with Sharia principle. ESG or SRI sukuk must be backed by real assets and be free from prohibited elements such as riba, horror, and maisir. It is also approved by Sharia Advisory Board. Second, ethical and responsible investment. The first are invested in projects that create positive social and environmental impacts such as renewable energy, healthcare, education, and community development. The transparency and accountability. Issuer must provide clear information on how the funds are used and reports the impact of the project to investors. Fourth, measurable sustainability outcomes. ESG or SRI sukuk focus on achieving and reporting tangible results such as reducing carbon emissions and improving social well-being. Finally, alignment with ESG and SDG objectives. It supports environmental, social and governance principles while contributing to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. In conclusion, ESG or SRI sukuk combine Sharia-compliant investing with sustainability goals, creating value for investors, society and the environment. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Farah. Now I will explain about the key characteristics of Green Sukuk. First of all, Green Sukuk is a Sharia-compliant Islamic financial instrument used to finance environmentally friendly projects. It combines Islamic finance principles with environmental sustainability goals. The first characteristic is Sharia-compliant structure. Green Sukuk follows Islamic finance principles. Unlike conventional bonds, investors receive returns through Sharia-compliant contracts such as Ijara, which is leasing, and Mudarabah, which is profit sharing. The second characteristic is exclusive use of proceeds. This means the funds raised can only be used for environmentally sustainable projects. Therefore, Green Sukuk not only generates financial returns but also contributes positively to environmental protection and climate change reduction. Next is asset-backed structure. Unlike conventional bonds, which are debt-based instruments, Green Sukuk must be supported by tangible assets or real projects. Investors hold ownership interest in the underlying assets, and the returns generated depends on the performance of those assets. The fourth characteristic is transparency and accountability. Issuers are required to provide clear disclosure on how the funds are used and report the environmental impact of the project finance. Lastly, Green Sukuk must have alignment with frameworks such as the Securities Commission Malaysia SRI Sukuk Framework and ICMA Green Bond Principles. These frameworks help ensure that the Sukuk genuinely meets sustainability and environmental objectives. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I am AIZA SHAHFEERAH. I will explain about Maqasid al-Shariah, which refer to the fundamental goals and objectives of Islamic law. It acts as a moral compass for stakeholders like promoters, management and scholars to protect the public good and collectively reject prohibited transactions that bring unwanted consequences. To understand how it works, we can look at its three core categories. First is necessity, which protect the absolute basic needs of humankind to maintain life. Second is convenient, helping people avoid unnecessary constraints and hardship. And third is refinement, which focus on making life easier, upgrading morality, and advancing spirituality in society. So why Maqasid al-Shariah important in sustainable Islamic finance? First is promote ethical consideration like justice, equity, and social welfare. Second is pursue financial stability by actively avoiding excessive speculation, uncertainty, and riba. And finally, is recognize financial inclusion driving economic development and reducing exclusion. That's all from me. Thank you. I will be pass the presentation to next presenter.
Next, I will discuss the example of sector and projects financed through ESG or SRI Sukuk. These sukuk are designed to finance projects that create positive environment, social and economic impact while remaining fully Sharia compliant. Firstly, under environmental projects, these sukuk are commonly used to finance renewable energy projects such as solar and wind energy. These also support green buildings and sustainable transportation systems. These projects help reduce carbon emissions, promote clean energy usage, and contribute to environmental sustainability. Second, these sukuk also support social environment projects, including healthcare facilities, educational institutions, affordable housing, and welfare programs. These initiatives improve community well-being and provide better access to essential services. Furthermore, these sukuk contribute to economic and climate resilience development through infrastructure projects, SME financing, sustainable agriculture, and climate adaptation initiative. These projects support long-term economic growth and strengthen resilience against climate-related challenges. One notable example is the Tadau Energy Green Sukuk issued in Malaysia in 2017. It was the world's first green sukuk and was used to finance a 50 MW solar energy project in Puncak, Sabah. This project demonstrates how Islamic finance can support sustainability goals while remaining Sharia compliant. In conclusion, this sukuk not only provide Sharia compliant financing but also support environmental protection, social well-being, and sustainable economic development in line with ESG objectives and Maqasid al-Shariah principle.